this motherfucker.
I like what you did with the place.
How'd you get in here?
I wouldn't worry about that too much.
I would say it's fairly concerning.
Yeah, it's probably a later problem though. Don't you think?
Seems fairly relevant to me.
Alright, you'll find out.
There's only one other person who has a key here.
Well, let your mind wander. You can figure it out. Any weapons on you?
You think I walk around with nothing on me, Mr. McQuillan? I'm just a judge.
Hmm. Well, you do have any on you. Goes on the ground. Don't lie.
Oh, she's got the radio. Fuck.
Trust me, you don't want to get shot with one of these. They normally have to pick the pellets out for hours.
Fine. I couldn't probably shoot the thing anyways.
Hmm?
Probably couldn't shoot the thing anyways, so.
Sit down. Knuckle dusters. Why'd you need that?
They were a gift.
Oh yeah? Remove.
Really gonna ask me that question of all things?
Yeah?
Um, an old friend of mine. They they're not around anymore.
Why is that what happened?
They got sick
They got sick. When did that happen?
months ago. Maybe back in September.
And who is it?
Her name was Jane. Jane Andrews.
Speak up, because every other time you spoke to me, you spoke with your chest, and now we're a little bit sheepish, so come on.
I'm not sheepish.
I would disagree.
I don't owe you anything. I don't need to speak with my chest around you. I have done that. I have paid my dues. Why are you here, Mr. McQuillan?
I want to be here.
there something I can help you with?
It could be determined. I'm just here to get to know you. I mean, you came to see me at the prison, but then I got a lifer sent to me. I'd miss my chance. And then I get a text that you've changed your phone. So, which is it?
I wanted to talk. Then I kind of lost the reason why. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mr. McQuillan, but you're not special. You don't mean anything to me, so I don't really see why I need to waste my time with you. I get shot.
Well, it's a shame that I've given you the impression that I think I'm special.
Oh, you're serious? Mm, mm. For someone who seeks so much attention, I thought it was obvious. I just don't think she cares anymore.
Hmm.
True! This is how we get on the deck, guys. Why would you want to get to know me, though? That's why you said you're here. You asked me a question in that notebook of who am I close with, and if you know anything about me, is that answer is no one.
It's still on your mind, though.
Yes. I mean, it's why I reached out to you about Mary and Sean. Why you did what you did at the marshal's office. I'll be honest, I have questioned for a while now why you do what you do, why your organization does what it does, why people like you do what they do. And for the most part, when I am sitting on the bench, I can see a reason why. They argue a defense. The reason why I ask questions about you, though, is just you seem to enjoy it.
So you say nobody. You hold nobody closest, or close, or care.
I care. I'm human. But I keep everyone away for a reason. I've had people close. It is the best thing for what I do for me to keep people away. And you are proving exactly why I need to do that.
How am I proving that? Because I don't think I've touched anybody in regards to you.
That's true. Mm. The insinuation, the threat, however open ended.
Because you are right. Some of your observations, I do enjoy this. People of interest pop out. Those who lie to themselves, put on a mask of doing this for whatever reason or how they feel towards others. It's always fun to find out what they're thinking, what they're hiding, what they've done. Like you strike everybody as this silver spoon, straight arrow, very intelligent. That wasn't always the case, though, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
We all have past.
Mm-hmm. So don't fucking lie.
It's nothing I'm ashamed of.
You tell me you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't. You're acting as though I should be surprised about you knowing something about me, about who I used to be. So clarify, Mr. McQuillan.
Why the change of lifestyle?
For the same reason why I don't hold anyone close. I craved that freedom, thinking that I knew what I wanted, thinking that I could disguise my intent and who I was behind doing petty, silly things for others. That was my argument. You know, it's hardly wrong if I'm doing it for him. Until the demons come and you have to deal with the ramifications, deal with the consequences. And I thought it would be me that would have to deal with the consequences, not those who were close to me. So the change in lifestyle, as you call it, was because while you might not believe in our system, you can say each one of us is corrupt and that it is a failed system, that it's failed you. I guess I'm naive. I know the others call me optimistic, and I might see silver linings or try to because somebody has to believe in this shit. Because if not, what are we doing here?
Very self-righteous.
Mm. On the surface. I don't know. Others have called it atonement in the past. Me trying to make up for the sins, even though I never can.
And forget about betrayal. That always hurts. It's gotta sting.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts. We're all human after all, Sean.
So it begs the question: what's the real reason? Atonement for the sins you did, racing around doing whatever, or running from betrayal from people that you held closest. Because whatever you tell me, it's take your word for it, right?
A person's word is all we have, so I have nothing else to give you, Mr. McQuillan. You can come to your own conclusions. I might have my own means of moving on from my past or trying to. I think, in large part, it is what made me who I am today, and a very large reason as to why I've been placed in the position that I have been. I believe in atonement. I believe in rehabilitation and second chances. Call it self righteous, but I would want somebody who's been through the process deciding my fate.
But it's also why when you tell me that you don't care or that you hold nobody close, it's a lie.
Ooh.
Like somebody gets hurt, somebody you're close to, you deny that you're close to, but you are. They get hurt, they disappear, and you go where everyone else goes. When they're worried about someone, you hear the stories, the ghost stories. And you go down the dirt road, down the steps, across the water, and you find yourself there. That's why I know that anything you tell people about how close they are, even the person themselves,
Is he talking about when she
it's
went to
just a
Norman?
lie.
No, surely. How would he know about that? That she went for Barrick? How would he know that? No one knows that. How do, how do you know about that?
See, there's the tone, sheepish tone, the proud, loud, abrasive tone that you had, no matter where you stood in public. There's the real person under the mask. Finally, nice. Actually, nice to meet you.
The only one she told was
No,
Barrick.
quick, witty comeback. No turning what I say back on me is nothing.
No, that was a fair play. However, it sounds like you know that journey down to the water well yourself.
Of course I do.
Hmm. I care. I do. I do push people away deliberately because even if I care and I double check and I lurk behind ICU room doors or I overhear the conversation just hearing that the people who I care about are okay, I am the only one that knows that. It is for me. Does not mean they are close to me though.
And that's where we'll disagree. Because there is there's an art to it all. There's when an individual becomes a target like that and start plucking people that you know that they care about. Who is that?
I'm gonna check it. I don't know.
Like I was saying, the people that end up being victims around the main target themselves. That's all for the main target. That's for you to realize that you do care. And they get hurt. They find out why, or you go off in your circles and you talk, and the stories spin around, theories. Nobody ever really truly knows. And then when those couple people around the target, and they finally been through enough, how do you think they feel when you get hurt? All those people that you push away. Not much you can do then. All those people you think in your head that you've pushed away successfully, that they give you your space. What happens when you get hurt? You think they'll run? You think they'll come after me? You think they'll run to the lighthouse and hope to save your life before something else takes you? Or just sit by your bed and just hope that you wake up? Because the first thing you'll see when you do is all those people you pushed away. And how are they going to feel if you start pushing them away again?
My life is the work that I do.
So we're
There will
lying to
be,
each other again.
I'm not lying to you, Mr. McQuillan. There'll be nobody at my bedside. There'll be no one running to the lighthouse. I've made sure of that. I have colleagues. I have acquaintances.
You walk all your colleagues home?
Depends on the day. There's a few I tolerate more than the others, I'll admit. There's a few that I like to share debates with. It's a very collaborative environment I work in, or at least I like to think so. She's lying to herself now as much as she is Sean.
Does it not get tiring wearing that mask?
I've grown very accustomed to it.
And in that one answer, your entire sentence beforehand means nothing.
Doesn't mean it's not true. I live my life with the mask on, polite, professional. My life's work is plastered across my face. I live and breathe it every day. And when it gets to a point, it becomes my reality. The girl behind the mask is gone.
Uh, do you know what? For a moment, for 95% of people, I think that works. I genuinely think it does. I don't think you would command as much as you do in a courtroom or even just in public. I don't think if you weren't this good at it, but your problem in the situation you find yourself in is there are people that can see through it. Because there's cracks in that mask. There's very much a person who's not dead or gone underneath it.
It's a bit ironic coming from you, no?
I don't wear a mask.
I thought we weren't lying.
Okay, then. What mask do I wear? I'm careful. Smart answers could just end you in a blood pool on the floor.
True. Technically, any of my smart answers could have ended me in a pool of blood on the floor.
Yeah, but there's being delicate and making sure that you make it through this tomorrow, or I just butcher you. So you're ready to die. I can arrange that.
Mm. Fair enough. You most certainly have a reputation, Mr. McQuillan, Vice Prime Minister of the ADMC. I heard you were quite the racer back in the day. You have good relations with other organizations across the city. Some might say that you have a hand for politics, quite the diplomat. It's not a bad thing or an insult. I simply can recognize it. We hold a good amount of authority in your realm. And I say that because I have seen somebody very similar to you, somebody who I was close with. He wasn't afraid to die either. He also thought he was living on borrowed time.
Was that the one that betrayed you, or another one?
He was the one that betrayed me. I don't know you well enough to say if that comparison holds water. That's why if you have followed the same path down to the water that I have, yet you still hold this power and authority and respect, it's very difficult to be the same person for both. I guess I speak from experience. People often misinterpret that it means that we're two faced or disingenuous to an extent, maybe, for those who are narrow minded. Somebody has to run the ship. I have seen it from both sides. The persona that you have to bear, it's hardly ever who we really are.
Interesting assumption.
There was something you texted me recently after I asked about why you did what you did to Murray and to Sean. It was something along the lines of seeing people for who they truly are by what they do or the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
I see people come into a courtroom almost every day and put on an act, perform. We all have to. While I will admit, I do think your actions speak for who you are. This is my assumption. This is why I think that you do wear a mask, and it is ironic. I do think you stand by not just what you say, but very clearly you have followed suit with your actions reflecting it. I do not know you, Mr. McQuillan, nor do I care to. But I do think there is something else there. Daniel, thank you so much for the raid. I'm in danger.
Well, that's the thing about human nature and everything like that. Everyone has free will. Everyone has free thinking. You can think what you like.
That is appreciated. Thank you. Well, there goes Arcadia's little slice of peace. She's gonna be terrified to ever come home. Fuck you, Irish.
Not bad view.
Mm. I tried to create my own peace. It's quiet up here, away from the noise of the city, of the voices and opinions and perspectives. Are you entertained? Coming up and ruining the ex justice's peace?
There's a reason to everything. Right.
I hope there is. I have to
Mm-hmm.
believe in it.
There's lessons to be learned, but everything. And I make sure people learn that.
I try and say it's not my place to force people to learn, but rather I put the lesson out there, and whether they take it or not is up to them.
People never learn nothing from some things like these. Even in your situation, they may not learn what you want, but they'll experience it. They'll learn something. And that's the underlying tone to anything that I do. They'll learn something. They'll experience it. Eventually, maybe they'll learn what they should. But
Educate.
exactly. Even the smartest people can learn.
Oh, I never stop learning, Mr. McQuillan. That's what makes us intelligent. I won't deny that. And whatever lesson you think that you are teaching here, I will make you one promise. You will not be satisfied.
And that's the beauty of it all. I don't give a fuck what you learn.
Nice! Good line.
Eventually, you will learn what you should. I have all the time in the world. You'll experience it. That's point number one. You'll experience whatever happens. So you won't learn nothing. You learn something. You won't learn nothing. The caveat to it all. That's the underlying tone. I told you at the start. I do this shit because I enjoy it. I enjoy that I ruined this lovely little piece of silence. Because you'll never get my voice out of the walls. You'll walk through the door and you'll check each corner. If I'm there, upstairs, if I'm there. Fuck, I might even have a key cut to this place now. It's pretty nice. I like the view. Or maybe if you break enough and you put it up on the market, I might buy it. Could be a good deal.
You're a sick bastard. You know that?
That's perspective.
I have dealt with far worse cretins than you, Mr. McQuillan. So you can think that you will torment me. You will think that I will look over my shoulder or that I will check the stairs when I walk into my home. And I hope it gives you whatever it is that you are looking for.
Come here and unlock the door for me. You don't even have power in your own home anymore.
Not when there is a man with a shotgun in it, Sean. I'm no fool.
Yeah. And shotguns, guns, oh, barbaric, right?
They
Very
are a
barbaric.
tool,
They
like
are.
anything else. It is a person that makes it barbaric.
Tell you something before I go. And I'll do my best. There's better people than me with what's the right way? I was gonna say surgical equipment, but I guess knives are a little bit more barbaric than that. Can't say my hand is as steady as some.
I am disappointed.
In what?
Mm. Obviously, in the person that you are referencing, as though if you hope to get some sort of a reaction out of me.
No? More of a general reference?
Mm.
Try have a look out the window. What do you think? A good view? You happy with it? Spend a good amount.
Mm. This place has become. Yes, it is a good view. It is my place. And even though you trespass here, and you will do what you want, this place is still mine.
Sure is.
Ooh!
Hmm. Close to the window. Take a look. Closer look. You take in that view.
I have spent hours sitting here, going over legislation, going over docket postings, trying to find the balance, trying to salvage what I can of our God-forsaken state. So yes, it is a nice view. It keeps me sane. Because there will
Well,
always be a balance.
you're not wrong. Well, this is what's gonna happen next. I'll do my best not to, anything too vital. Like I said, not the steadiest hands in the world. And I told other people this, and I'll tell other people going forward. And this is just the beginning. The quick jolt of pain that will commence it all. We can find out together who you think. We can put a little bet on it. You think no one's going to show up to that bet of yours? I beg to differ. And so, if my hand's steady enough, we can see who wins that bet.
I guess we'll find out.
Hmm. We'll see. Because I'll even have the weapon and everything, and I'll still walk in and check.